very actions that took place in Chicago.
All right, look, this is my response to the little cowboy hat dude. I don't even know his name. Double standards was the whole point of it, and there's a sickness in Black America was his basic topic. Man, I wish I would have got your name, bro, so we could actually, so I could, address you the right way. But you're gonna be cowboy hat dude today, man. So let me get straight to the point. You're claiming that there's this big double standard in America because these kids committed a racist act. Okay, like black people are something. Right, you kind of hit on something, and I was agreeing with you for a second. But to say that there is a sickness and a double standard that the left is perpetuating is so asinine, it's almost asinine to respond to you, because anybody intelligent will already know what I'm about to say. Check this out, brother. And I call you brother because everybody's the brother. I'm not saying it because you black. I call everybody bro and brother. You're not special. So don't pull that card either. When this case jumped off, okay, when the video first happened, right? White America, there's not going to be a hate charge. This is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. What so amazes me when white people jump on will there be a hate crime charge or not is because the invention of the hate crime charge was by the actions of racist white people. And as soon as they started getting charged with that, they started picking and cherry picking reasons to make sure that everybody else was going to get charged too. It wasn't until this recent volley of blacks versus cops, or black versus corrupt cops, I should say, because I've never heard anybody with a legitimate stance who was just 100% against all cops. Not Black Lives Matter, not a black pastor, black leader, black minister, nothing. So don't even tell that lie either. So, but what I'm trying to say is this. Since we've had that corrupt cops versus black people situation going on, you've been hearing it more than more. I was waiting for that to pop off. Waiting, they didn't get a hate crime. And to show you that your outrage was unwarranted, they were charged with a hate crime while you were complaining about them not being charged with a hate crime. This is the people who keep saying, we need more time. You didn't give enough time. We need more evidence. You didn't wait for the evidence of your own outrage, but you told us that we were being outraged too fast when we looked at a Kai Gurley getting shot in the head and we said something was wrong with a man getting shot in the head in the alley. And the cop calling attorneys before he called rescue. We said something was wrong with that. That's crazy. But you're correct, bro. There is a double standard. Let me tell you about that double standard. Those 4 kids are in jail. The first time I saw this double standard, I saw it right after Trayvon Martin got killed. 3 black kids killed an Australian kid. And white America, see, black people are racist. Black people are racist. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the double standard. While they doing racist stuff, they're complaining about everybody else. We were not mad about George Zimmerman's racist action. We were mad about the inactivity of the police department to not convict George Zimmerman. That was the problem. So while white people were yelling, look at these 3 black kids who just went to prison, who just went to jail, who just admitted they did it, who are on their way to jail for killing this white kid to prove that black people were racist too, the person who we were talking about was walking free. That's the double standard. You want to talk about a double standard? Right now, there's a white kid walking free after he stuck the freaking clothes hanger up the rectum of a black kid. He's walking free. These 4, that's torture, kidnap, the whole same charges. All the same charges. But he's walking free. These 4 are not. If you want to speak about a double standard, brother, let's really speak about these double standards. We can keep going. Look at this cop in North Carolina. There is not a single person in the world who would say that cop in North Carolina was not guilty, the one who shot the dude in his back and didn't move the taser to make him look like he was guilty. I'm not even calling Cuz by name. How you gonna say that but he's not in jail. But these 4 kids, these 4 jerks, and I'm not supporting or nothing. This is not to legitimize or justify any action they did. They are in prison. But the perpetrators that we are talking about are not. Then you mentioned lies. Oh, hands up, don't shoot was a lie. The Muslim girl getting attacked by the dude was a lie. All this Trump stuff was a lie. Are there not legitimate reports filed by schools of white students walking into schools with talking about Trump stuff? Is there not video of white kids at a basketball game with the racist Trump antics? You want to talk about lies, brother? Let's talk about the cop who said he was robbed by black kids and they stole all his Christmas gifts in New York. That was a lie. Let's talk about the white dude with the pickup truck who said that black people tagged Black Lives Matter all over his car and beat it up because he had a Trump sticker or something like that. That was a lie. You want to talk about lying? Let's talk about the white girl who engraved BO on her face and said that black people beat her up at the bank and did it. That was a lie they figured out because the BO was backwards, which means she did it in the mirror. Let's talk about lies and double standards since we want to talk about it. But what you did preach on, what you did reach on, since our people are going to get this and have something to say about it, what you did reach on was something real though, brother. There is something wrong with black people because we don't think that we can be racist. This is no longer to the black dude, to the cowboy hat dude. This is to everybody who wants to watch it. There's this teaching, this underlying teaching I've heard. The first time I heard it from a white kid. And that was that black people could not be racist because we didn't have a system to support our racism. That's such a false and such a fallacy. Please don't get me twisted. There is a systemic racism that since we don't run the system that we cannot have. But racism in itself, in individual and small group actions like that can be perpetrated by anybody. Racism is a part sickness, part disease. Forgive me, I'm coughing here. That anybody, when I say disease, I mean like mental retardation. That anybody can partake in by choice. Anybody, there's no way that you're so poor that you no longer have a choice, especially a choice to feel a certain way about another group of people. That is nonsense. That's nonsense. So there is an address that needs to be made about black racism, which is just racism in general. There's no such thing as reverse racism. It doesn't exist. To reverse racism would be tolerance. So I don't know where that came from. That was a nice try to stoke up white people, Bill O'Reilly. But I'll just say this back on the brother real quick though, man. You use the left and the right in politics and this and this and that. I've been sitting here watching since this Trump election happened, the double standards in politics, and I kind of want to agree with you, bro. I do. Please don't get me wrong. I don't want to agree with you. Only problem is I see the double standard on both sides. I'll give you a good example. The Russia thing, right? Before the election, to the Republicans, Hillary Clinton's email hacks was the worst thing in the world. And to the Democrats, probably didn't even happen. They're just on a witch hunt. The election happened. Now we see that the hacks helped Donald Trump get elected or expose Hillary Clinton as a lying dog that she is. And now all of a sudden, magically, the Democrats are like, oh, the hacks were terrible and they shouldn't have happened. And the Republicans are like, wasn't that bad. You see how that double standard happens? I'm watching Barack Obama in 2008 and not my president signs, and people didn't vote for him simply because he was black and all these not my presidents before he even got elected. Then the Republicans say, no one ever held those signs up for Obama when he got elected. Double standard. Then speaking on that, when Obama got elected, the Republicans stonewalled everything he did for politics. Obama just instructed the Democrats to do the same thing to the Republicans. Double standard. Well, my point is to say this, bro. Everybody has a double standard. That is the sickness in America. It's not in black people. It's not in the left. It's in the entire country as a whole. That's the sickness. But the sickness in black America was sitting in a Lincoln Navigator with silver interior, with a black hat and an ugly shirt on, trying to pretend like that only people who had that sickness were the left and minorities, while he was a minority himself. That's the sickness in black America. People like you are one of the greatest sicknesses in the black America. One of the other great sicknesses is people like the people we're talking about in this video. Another big sickness, people who are so ignorant and so stupid that they're ignorant to their own ignorance. They probably don't even think they're racist. Like you probably don't even think you stupid. Anyway, that's my time. Mr. Young 702. Peace.